Thunderstorm and the Flying Black Ponies of Ponynam, Part 1 of 10, by princesscadence555, with 3 thumbs up, 6 thumbs down, 9 comments, and 69 referrals. The tags for the story are sex, gore, tragedy, sad, adventure. Thunderstorm goes on his adventures in Ponynam. The ponies that star in the story are the main 6, Princess Cadence, Chrysalis, Big Macintosh, and original characters. Tragedy, with 653 words. Hi, I'm Thunder Mesocylone Storm. My middle name is pronounced Miso, with a long E. Yeah, that's my name, but every pony just calls me Thunderstorm, or T-Storm for short. This is my account of the Ponynam War, or as you humans call it on your measly mudball of a planet, the Vietnam War. So here it is. Chapter 1. Tragedy. I was sitting on the tail boom of Ol Ironsides, my UH-1B Huey gunship, eating a bowl of shrimp. God, this stuff tastes like crap. And then there's a picture of the helicopter in question. Copyright 2010 Scott Dunham. I've been eating this too long because we ran out of food in the storage hold of the USS Princess Celestia, and all we have to eat is this stupid stuff we pull out of the ocean. I had just gotten finished with a long day of cleaning out the corroded flex gun barrels because this stupid seawater keeps splashing up on my chopper and corroding the stupid things. I hop down from the tail boom and sit in the pilot seat. I almost cry because my brother used to sit in the seat right beside me, but he's in a better place now. He died trying to save me from a pony Kong trying to kill our fallen platoon. I was the last Colt to get on the medevac, but we never got there. An impacting B-40 rocket hit the Chinook and blew it all to shreds. Me and Lightning were the only ones alive because we weren't on it. We sat down on the ground, and he tried to revive my dehydrated body by giving me some water. That's when the stupid PC came up and stabbed him in the leg. They fought, and he managed to get the knife away from him and almost stab him. Then the PC decided he was going to be stupid and pull out another knife and stab him. His name was Lightning Storm. I sat up from dozing off. I do that a lot. I got up from out of the Huey and went over to the bridge. Admiral Bath was waiting. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. We call him Admiral Bath, but his name is actually Admiral Veth. Good day, Admiral, I stated. Lovely, isn't it, Admiral? Another thing, I'm also an Admiral. I have a proposition for you. What is it? I need you to take your helicopter to Nam. Darn it. I was really thinking I was going to avoid this. So I went to my helicopter and got in. Big Macintosh and Applejack, my door gunners, climbed in their respective doors, while Rainbow Dash, my new co-pilot, hung onto the main rotor. The reason why we hold on to the main rotor is when there comes a sudden gust of wind, we don't want the rotor banging and clashing around, so when it gets pulled out of RD's hooves, it will be spinning around fast enough to prevent this from happening. The rotor gets pulled out of RD's hooves, and she sits in her seat and flips up the flex gun sights. We take off and head out over the 10-mile stretch between the USS Princess Celestia and the Mekong River. As we go over the zigzag tree line, and we get hit with 50 cal fire. Applejack and Big Macintosh both yell out their respective windows. Receiving 50 fire! Receiving 50 fire! They both say, almost in unison. I spin my helicopter around, and stare that equestrian communist 50 caliber machine gun down its bore. 3 high explosive warheads put an end to that gun. I think to myself, did I really just do that? Then I also simultaneously think, I don't have time to think! We fly our way to Saigon and land at the Air Force Base. Chapter 2. Crazy Stupid Drunks, with 416 words. We got off the helicopter and go to a bar. We order a couple of Lowenbrow beers, that turn into a couple more beers, that eventually turn into a couple of Jack Daniel bottles. I can't remember how much we drank, but half of us couldn't stand. That's when we saw the dogs. Rollo stood up and gestured the waitress over to us. How much for those dogs? Who's Rollo? Pony namees talk funny. Oh, them? They're not for sale. Which through my drunkenness I could figure out that meant they're not for sale. I wouldn't fly with my flyboys. So we'll come in tonight and steal those doggies. But sir, we don't have enough. So, we got out at about 12 o'clock midnight, and I walked up to the watchman on duty. What you are about to be witness to, you are not witness to do, you understand. What? He just nodded. We made our way across the street, stumbling like the drunks we are, and made our way around the back. Rollo tried the lock. Locked, he stated. I tried the ladder. Needless to say, it was slicker than two eels screwing in a bucket of snot. I finally got up to the top, and I looked down. 15 dog burglars were stumbling around, giggling like a bunch of Colt scouts going to their first panty raid. We got up on the roof, and tried to find a way in. We found one in, and stood looking at it. Note, this is a house built by the Pony Vietnamese, for the Pony Vietnamese who aren't very big. Now it held 16 full-grown colts from equestrian, who averaged 100 pounds for a grand total of 1,600 pounds, standing in an area of about 20 square feet. What's that sound? I said. Sounds like something's breaking, Rollo said. No sooner were the words out of his mouth than all of us found ourselves in with the bar lady's hookers. What? Screams rang out in the night as we picked up the 10 dogs and ran for the light. We also found out something about wet stairs. You can't stop very easily on them. We hit the front door after falling 2 flights of stairs, and the door never stood a chance. We ran across the street, and the watchman stood there with a shocked expression on his face.